Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so if you have ever typed your own company's name into an AI chatbot and just watched it confidently spit out an old address or maybe a discontinued product or even a completely fabricated list of services, you know exactly how maddening that can be. It's so frustrating. Well, today, we're demystifying the hidden engine behind modern AI. We're going to show you exactly where these models actually get their information. When an AI hallucinates or gets facts about your company completely wrong, your first instinct is probably to think, wow, this system is just totally broken. But as we'll see today, these factual errors aren't random bugs at all. They're actually a structural reality of the AI ecosystem. It's kind of crazy, but it is literally a feature of how the data is collected, not a glitch.
So let's dive right into part one, the invisible AI pipeline.
To really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this operation, in just 1 month, August 2025 alone, Common Crawl's automated web scraper, which is known as CCBot, scanned an absolutely astounding 2.42 billion web pages. 2.42 billion. And every single month, it bundles all of these into massive public snapshots. Now, you might be wondering, why does a nonprofit's web archive matter so much to your business? Well, because AI companies don't usually build their own scrapers from scratch. In fact, a recent Mozilla Foundation report found that 64% of major large language models rely directly on filtered Common Crawl data. And for giants like GPT-3, over 80% of its training tokens came from this exact archive. So when people say AI is trained on the web, what they really mean is it's trained on Common Crawl. Okay, so how does AI actually use all that data? Well, it really comes down to two different types of memory. First, you have non-parametric knowledge. Think of platforms like Perplexity here. This is live retrieval. It's literally going out to the internet right now in real time to find an answer. But then you have platforms like ChatGPT and Claude, and they rely heavily on parametric knowledge. These are facts that are permanently baked into the model's weights during massive, intensive training runs. And Common Crawl, it is the primary food source for that baked-in layer. Which brings us to part two, the data dark ages. Listen, if you update your website today, you can't just reach into an AI's brain and fix a broken fact. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to wait for this entire 6-step chain to complete. You publish the page, then CCBot eventually crawls it, it enters a filtered data set, an AI lab uses it in a massive months-long training run, the model gets deployed, and only then does the updated answer actually appear. This whole process proves exactly why an announcement you made last month is just completely invisible to current AI models. The lag is very real, usually taking anywhere from 6 to 18 months.
Moving right along to part three, the hidden CCBot problem.
So years ago, a lot of businesses and SEO teams aggressively updated their websites' robots.txt files. They were trying to block malicious content scrapers, right? Makes sense. But in doing so, they often set these really broad rules that accidentally blocked CCBot. And because nobody was really checking for it, these businesses basically erased themselves from the foundational datasets of modern AI. There are huge major brands losing out in AI responses to tiny competitors simply because the smaller company left the door open and allowed CCBot in. So unblocking this bot is absolutely the vital first step to guarantee your content eventually makes it into that training data. Seriously, go check your robots.txt file today. Make sure CCBot is explicitly allowed in. And hey, while you're at it, make sure your sitemap is submitted so the crawler actually knows exactly where to go.
All right, let's look at part four, content that AI prefers. Common Crawl uses a specific metric called harmonic centrality to figure out what to crawl first and what to crawl most often. Simply put, pages that are linked to from other already crawled pages get a much higher priority. And this proves that traditional inbound links from high-authority external websites still matter mechanically. Not necessarily just for Google rankings anymore, but to actually give Common Crawl a clear mathematical reason to visit your site frequently and dig much deeper into your content. But, it's not just about links. Format matters tremendously. When looking at a massive analysis of 177 million sources, it becomes incredibly clear what AI prefers. Comparative listicles make up nearly a third, 32.5% of all AI citations. Blogs and opinion pieces, they sit at around 10%. But pure commercial product pages, less than 5%. That's wild, right? AI strongly prefers content that compares, ranks, or explains, way over purely commercial content that just tries to sell you something. Let's make this practical. If you run a memory care facility,
A page titled "The 5 Things to Look For in a Memory Care Facility" is going to do significantly more heavy lifting for your AI visibility than a standard Our Services page. Now, obviously, both are necessary for your website, but that educational listicle, that's exactly what the AI algorithms are actively hunting for to build out their knowledge base. Which leads us to part 5, how to fix your status.
First things first, you need to do an audit. Go to index.commoncrawl.org and just search your own domain. There isn't some fancy special dashboard or submission form for Common Crawl, but this public archive actually lets you see exactly which versions of your pages have been captured and exactly when. This reveals exactly what the AI was taught about you. If your best pages aren't showing up in those recent monthly snapshots, well, you know for sure you have an access issue.
The businesses that are really winning right now are simply following this checklist. They maintain super clean HTML that the bot can easily read. They make sure to unblock CCBot. They state their facts in clear, plain language. They actively build external citations to boost that harmonic centrality we talked about. And crucially, while they are waiting that 6 to 18 months for the parametric pipeline to finally catch up, they optimize for live retrieval platforms like Perplexity. They use those platforms as a real-time bridge to surface their most current content immediately.
And listen, you have to start doing this right now because of what's known as the permanence problem. In November 2025, an Atlantic investigation revealed that opt-out requests to Common Crawl are widely ignored. Sites that explicitly asked to be removed were still being scraped. As this quote perfectly highlights, you cannot erase bad data from the corpus. You can only outpublish it. To fix old, incorrect AI answers, you literally have to overwhelm the old data with a much louder signal of new, correct data. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Most of your competitors have absolutely no idea what Common Crawl is, or the fact that they're probably currently blocking it. The window for a massive first-mover advantage is wide open right now. You can't erase your history, and you are definitely battling a serious time lag. So what piece of highly educational content are you going to publish today to reclaim your narrative tomorrow?